we are talking about. As he said, the highest rated.
Money check, swagger check,
what?
drip check,
Oh,
cut the
shit.
check. You know I say fly like a jet. I'm a triple threat. Watch me flex.
Hello.
Hey.
Bob, Jake.
Hello.
These are some like very just white names. We got a big white call here. Bob and Jake. How you doing there, Jake?
Ethnic name?
Like Aman, you know?
Aman. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Jake, I'm sure you maybe didn't catch this. We just had a match that I'm not sure you'll be able to live up to in terms of the lack of skill, but very entertaining. So let's see if you can deliver on one of those behalfs. Bobertio, maybe you saw it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope this is much less entertaining than that.
It was a sight. It was a sight. We also have two cams for this one, so let me bring them up.
You underestimate if you think we can't follow it up with lack of skill.
Yeah, this is true, actually. I am speaking too soon, and I recognize that as my shortcoming. But there we go. We got the cams up. Bobertio and Jake. This is a loser's bracket matchup here, which means only one of you is continuing. We just saw the elimination of Dark Spur against Eviscerated, and only one of you is going to continue. I saw your coach in here earlier, Jake, the Iceberger. So,
nice.
Yeah, he was cited. It's always like a big moment for a Jake match. It's like, will there be a coach sighting? There was.
That's good. That gives me energy.
Hell yeah. Well,
I'm a fan of my coach.
And he's a fan of you. Let's see if he actually made it for this. He might have shown up and just watched the first match. Maybe he left for yours. So, TBD. Bob, your coach is here. Is that right? He's very much in the building.
He's ever present.
Okay.
He's with me even when he's delivering a lecture.
Got it.
Yeah.
And so you guys know the format, very familiar. It's still 1st to 6. You each have a timeout that can be used. In case one of you calls it, of course, the other one can still communicate with the coach or take a break or whatnot for 3 minutes. I am going to start the games immediately at the 3-minute mark, so it's pretty strict. I have had to do that in a match so far, so make sure that you're here after that 3 minutes, because we're going to start no matter what. And that's pretty much it for me. I'll give you as the I want to say you're on a trip, Jake, so you're away right now. So why don't you call our coin toss here? Heads or tails?
I'll go with heads. The classic.
Okay. He's going with heads, and it is tails.
Aye.
Bobertio, let us know. White or black?
We'll take the white piece.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Big call there. White pieces for Bobertio. No win by 2. I remind you because we just had a match that ended 6.5, 5.5. That is a winning score. 6-5 as well. And that's pretty much it for me. We're starting a little bit late because the last match was so damn thrilling. So let's get right into things. Make sure to mute the Zoom call. I'll do the same. And you can do a timeout signal on screen or unmute and let me know verbally if you'd like to call timeout after and before a game starts. All right, that's it for me. I'll start the game in about a minute and a half. Good luck, guys.
Sounds good. Good luck.
1st to 6, Bobertio and Jake, aka No Regret. Good luck. Let's get the matches on. Jake against the Beard, indeed. Who do you guys have in this one? Mr. Bobertio or No Regret? The ratings are coming in, and boy, do they look. Okay, so here's the thing. You can really prepare against a guy like Jake here, because I'm telling you, and this would be a huge blunder. I'm telling you, this is something that you have to be really, Jake's a grinder, and I give him a lot of credit, a lot of self-taught, he grinds, boy, can he play, and he plays a lot. He gets a lot of reps in. But the one thing you're vulnerable when you're that type of player is you're vulnerable to stuff like this, where it's kind of more theory-based, and it's like opening trap, and the natural moves fall right into it. So great job by Jake. I'm assuming that Bobertio has at least studied, to some degree, all of this so far. Black is up a piece. The king's in the middle of the board. The computer says it's better for white. but there's still some proving to do. I guarantee you that Guppy and Bob have looked at this. Some way or another, I'm sure this has been on the screen during their analysis. What does white do? Usually this or this. And yes, he plays this move. I do believe it's correct. He spent some time and he found it. Let's see how Jake responds. This would be the ultimate safety move. This would kind of fall victim to that one. So again, let's see how he replies. Yeah, again, I can guarantee Guppy and Bob have looked at this. There's no way they didn't. You don't sack here and then like not check 3-4 moves later. Hey, Omids, great to see you, buddy. Knight G6. I respect the way that Jake is handling this, by the way. You know, he doesn't have the most theory. He knows he's been caught by something. He's trying to figure it out. Let's go. He's going to do that. Bobertio, he's got all the pins in the world. Let's see if it's enough. He's got this. He's got this. He's got whatever you want. Okay, a little bit of a miss there. This one would definitely be a lights out kind of move. Little bit of a miss. And the king starts to escape. And let's not forget, he is up a piece. Count him up. He's up a piece. And is Jake going to play this opening again? That's going to be the test. I don't think so. And I'm not going to lie here. He's actually really recovered well. And he's probably not going to blunder this again. So this is that one opportunity. King C7. He's completely safe here, guys. Amazing. Bobertio knows Jake has actually played not a losing variation, but let's say a bad variation. And he's got out of this unscathed. Matter of fact, if you take this, I'm almost, I'm concerned that it might flip all the way around. You know, how tactical is your vision? This is also a decent move. Okay, he's going like full escape. I understand that. I will say, like, first of all, he's allowing this move, which is no good. And the reason it's no good is this, right? How dirty is that? But even if you don't see the next move after, you're allowing the 2 pieces for the rook, right? So we're definitely going to see this. And this position is not the best. Oh. That is nasty. That is nasty. I think immediately in that game right there, we saw more good moves than the entire previous match. I think statistically, I believe that's correct. Let's see what Jake is going to do with the white pieces here. Immediately into a potential, I was going to say Smith-Mora with C3, but no, he's just recapturing with the queen. He's playing like the center game here. Interesting. Let's see how this works out. I wonder, first of all, if Guppy and Bob have expected this. Jake is very much a vibe player. So if you're thinking that he is like preparing this line to play, you're already wrong. Jake is a vibe player. He'll play one thing, maybe it doesn't work, he'll play another. He played like 3 to 4 different openings of the same, or variations of the same opening in the previous match. And it can be very good for him or very bad for him. Very much a vibe player. Yeah, Bobertio with a very filthy, one of the nicer checkmates we've seen in the event in that previous game. Guppy claims that they've seen all these lines. Like these are not new. He's seen them all. Tried and tested. You know, you don't scare me. Can get some exchanges in. No, he's just gonna, okay, he's gonna be losing a pawn here, but who cares? I think he's focused on getting the hell castle. And Jake right now is on a trip. So he's got that trip Airbnb energy. Oh my goodness. So this is actually very funny because Bobertio, he didn't see that. You know damn well that he didn't. And had we seen this, this would have worked out for white. But instead, Jake actually found a way to get a losing position after winning a queen. It's quite fortunate for Bobertio, I think. But yeah, Jake is on the trip, right? He's got that Airbnb energy. He's got a few other people in the pad. You know, what better way than to start the evening off with a little bit of match energy? Like, oh yeah, I'm just going to crush a few and play this chess match here real quick. Lovely. All right, where could the rook go? Let's count the squares that are available here. No, 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 no. He found it. He found it. There you go. Best move right there. Knight takes and maybe bishop here. Decent idea to go for the pin. That's kind of a non-threat. Let's see Bob work them bishops. What's he got? Now, the next move coming from Bobertio is this one. There's going to be a few ideas here. One thing you really don't want to do as white is put pawns on light squares. Your dark squares are going to be irreparably weak. So as much as it looks weird, you would want to play more like g3 because you have a bishop to control your light squares. Now, I wonder if he's actually seen this. I hope so. h3 is fine. Perfectly good move. But whenever I'm watching 1100s play and they've got something hanging and then they attack something else, either it's a very good move and they realized, or most likely they didn't realize. Which is why Bobertio kind of made the same blunder earlier, but he got much more lucky because he definitely didn't see this and he happened to make a move that was actually quite reasonable. And he ended up actually better off as a result. Bishop e2. This rook, I would be immediately trying to reposition. Like, I don't care for it here. Pop quiz. If black needs to make an escape square, should it be h6, g6, or f5? All of them are reasonable. To me, one is significantly better than the other. h6, g6, or f5. f5 I can accept, but you usually almost always want to use the g or h pawn. And yes, correct answer, g6. Light squared bishop, dark square, escape square. Woohoo! That is the correct answer. Not h6. And with 10 seconds, I think Jake is not going to manage. He grabs a rook here, but I don't know if he's going to have the speed to handle Bobertio. Oh, hang on a sec. Bobertio, yeah! I mean, he's choking about as much as he possibly can. Oh, and he covered this move, and Jake is not going to be able to take those pawns. Holy hell, that was close, though. It's 2-0 Bobertio. And honestly, even though it could have been 2-1 there, and by the way, look at this. This is exactly what I'm saying about Jake. Look at him. He switches the opening immediately. Last game he played e5. He's a vibe player. He says, fuck it, let me play this. Like, he's probably never studied this opening. I can tell because, well, d4, d5 is a huge threat. And he's played queen e6. Like, this is not theory at all, but that's not the player that Jake is. f6. Oh, I tell you, the vibes better be strong with this one because this is a terrible position. Rook e1 is a perfectly good move as well. Jake is calm, but he's not collected. Oh, inmate Hella is requesting yard time. Okay, yard time for inmate Hella. Granted. We can grant him an hour of yard time. His annual allowance. Go Hella. No regret. Big move there. E5. I mean, you want to be taking everything in sight when you've got things lined up. You don't want to be closing things up. No regret can play this, or he can take. This bishop can be saved after. Amazing position. What concerns me is maybe this. But if this bishop goes back to that square, blockades, you got to be happy. I mean, ooh, what is this? Oh, no. First of all, that's a big threat. You got to get the hell out of there. But you're almost trapped here. What are we doing? What is this move? Why aren't we keeping the bishop towards the center? Basic habits, guys. What would habits tell you to do here? Make a move that attacks the damn center, or make a move that's in the center. It's so simple. What is bishop b2 being a hero here for no reason? Get the king out of dodge. Habits. Pieces to the center. Castle. That's what we need. Rook over. Come on, Jake. We need more habits from the guy. We need basic habits. To the middle, to the middle. We know this is the next move. You can already be prepared for it. 2-0 for Mr. Bobertio right now. And Jake is quite a speedy player, by the way. Like, Bobertio was very fast at the end. He only had a king to move. He blundered his rook. But, you know, generally, I would say that Jake is quite fast. Okay, rook here is crazy. What is this? Like, you think you're just going to play bishop d3, bishop takes, and rook takes, and it's like we're all going to be like, oh my god, Bobertio, the greatest attacker to ever live. Oh my god, Bobertio, the greatest attacker to ever live. The rook is so misplaced on h6. It's crazy. King g7 is just so powerful. Okay. The rook is terrible. The queen needs to re-centralize. There we go. Queen d7. Need to watch out for queen takes. But yeah, this move's never happening. The rook's terrible. You kind of need to get it the heck out of there. Jake's played a good game here. Overall, he certainly has. Night and day between this match and the previous one. Like, the blunders are very few and far between. F5. King here is definitely a strange move. I think that goes without saying. There we go. Huge trade. Does he understand maybe to get the rook behind? That's an idea. He also might want to bring his king, but now would be the worst time to do it. Got to wait for this rook to sort itself out. I was actually thinking about rook e4. I wasn't sure if it was good there. Ooh, this move would have been absolutely huge. Now it's not possible, but ooh, okay. Let's see. King up and then trades and bringing the king here. I think you might still win, but gotta wait and see. This is gonna be very close. I like the energy from this king. Obviously, you don't want to trade though. Okay, this is going to be serious. 19 seconds. You got to use that king though. Is he going over here? Yes, he is. He's way ahead. He's way ahead. This is all Jake. He's got 17 seconds. Boy, he's pretty quick. He's pretty quick. Was he just going to push? King, he knows. He knows. Escort the pawn. The red carpet is out. Is he going to take these pawns? Yes, he is. And he can even sack for this pawn if he'd like. Oh, beautifully done. Is he going to take? No, he's just going to hold the position. Okay, he's got 10 seconds. No stalemate. And he gets it done. Bobertio could have been a little trickier with the king, going up the board instead, but you got to give it to Jake with the technique and the speed. It's 2-1. Let's go. Both of these guys are very quick at the end. You can tell. Guppy, do we have any? Are you expecting Bob to take a timeout, perhaps, if Jake wins this game? Out of curiosity, have you guys timeout stratted? Maybe 2 L's in a row. You take a timeout. 3 L's. Is there a threshold? Hey there, Creamy. E5. The bishops look scary. There's also the F pawn and maybe the rook lifting. Do not lose this pawn. It's so key. This pawn is everything. Hold this pawn. Protect it with your life. Do not be playing nonsense. Please defend this damn pawn. Okay, that's good. That's something. Bishop here. There's this. Okay. Definitely have to play some defense here. We can shift to the other side. That wouldn't be so bad. No, but you're joking. This is a pretty obvious situation. Oh, that just hurts. Losing the piece, losing the pawn, even if you go for this sack here, you're winning a pawn back. You're down a piece. It's not gonna do anything. Oh man, that's rough for Jake. Just the hanging piece. Now, it wasn't like Black played bishop a5 and just attacked his knight. The bishop ended up there from recapturing, so he wasn't really paying attention. He was like, oh, he took back, whatever. But you always got to look at your opponent's last move and think, what are they threatening now? And credit to Jake, he found a tactic here. Unfortunately, tactic is irrelevant because you're down a piece. So all you've really done here is actually trade down in the position, which is no good. So as much as I am impressed by that tactical vision, being down a piece when you find it makes it a little bit irrelevant. That's quite strong. Yeah, I got to move the rook. I mean, Black is all over the position. Yeah, this one as well. This is now defended. Rook here, you can easily miss the long diagonal, but rook a1 is the correct move. Let's see. He's got the a pawn maybe that can work. That's about it. Okay. Queen d6. The fight is on. Unfortunately. Big monologue, Omid. Agree. Yep. And look, that escape square is there. So this is not as effective as you'd like it to be. And the queen is even covering that diagonal, keeping him nice and safe. This is all Bobertio. He even has this a-pawn covered with the bishop in the worst case scenario. Even though Jake is fighting nicely here, this is all Bobertio. Can he close this out, though? Can he close it out to a win? Got this check, but it's only a check. Maybe you can start to think about moving this pawn. King's a little bit exposed, and there's 30 seconds on the clock. I think it's reasonable to see a panic set in, right? King is just starting to move. You do not want your king randomly out there. Not at all. I think queen check will... this is a terrible conversion from Bobertio. He's actually not doing anything. This is defended. He's sacking. He's completely panicked here. Jake with an incredible comeback. Throw those checks in. Do not trade the queens, though. Do not trade the queens. This would be a terrible move. Is he going to go for a draw, or is he going to smell the flag? Yep. Now, can he avoid? You don't want to do that. Can he run the king? No, he's going for a draw. Oh, now it's a draw for sure. Will he take this, though, or will he secure that draw? I think Bob says, smart decision. Let's secure that draw. 2.5, 1.5, and Bobertio survives. A little bit of a mistake there from Jake. You didn't see a lot of confidence with him securing that win on time. And Jake, after that, has actually pre-moved himself back into this line. Oh, no. This could be bad. I said I don't think he's ever going to repeat it. I think because he just allowed a draw on that last one, he wasn't thinking clearly. He forgot that his opponent did this in the first game. I truly believe he wouldn't have gone back here voluntarily. However, Bob didn't play perfectly. So let's see. We're getting another go at this. I think it was a mistake for him to play this. I don't think he meant to. And guys, he didn't even play the same move he did last time. This is not impressive. Let's see. Queen e4, bishop f5, by the way. So he didn't even play knight e7 to defend. Played knight d4. Okay. Let's let Jake cook, though. Yep. And then if bishop here, I'm assuming we're going to see bishop e4. Two and a half, 1.5. Quite a good match by all parties right now. And by the way, this is the only move. Like knight here is no good. Queen move is no good. So it's now or never for Mr. Bobertio. And I guess it's never. It's really interesting. I've never actually thought about that. I've heard that expression many times. It's now or never. But whenever I hear it, it's always now. Well, we just had a look at what it looks like when it's never. King can go just about anywhere. Only 2 legal moves. They both seem okay. And capturing here is not going to be as effective as capturing there. Matter of fact, it might just open up the c file for black to use. And if you move this bishop, by the way, game ends. I can see this happening. d4. I mean, yep, you got a fork that I'm assuming he's interested in. But the problem is d4, played by Bobertio. I think that this move came with a very clear idea. Why else would you do this? Oh my God, I can't believe it. I thought that his whole idea was bishop g5. Like, why would you... I thought this was the whole idea, and you can play it. Bishop g5 wins the game. Oh my goodness. Instead, he gives a check, and it's actually his queen that might be lost here. He's got 3 pieces hanging. I mean, they're still coming back from that. Okay, knight c7. Boy, this is going to be an interesting position, eh? Bishop c6, by the way, was definitely the right and only move in that spot. Still, he's lost, but there's this move to consider. Not played, eh? Yeah, knight c7, I think, would have been quite a good try there. Yep, he can do this. Then we'll see this. Bishop e7. And remember, count out the material. It's an extra knight and an extra rook here for Jake. He's in a good spot. I would have maybe brought the bishop, but he didn't want to lose too many other pieces of material. This, unfortunately, I can really see happening. That's a good move. And will he adjust? King here, I think, might be the best. One of these two. Oh my goodness. Is he going to go for a draw? No, he goes for the win. I'm just saying. Oh man, queen d5 is in the position. It's screaming. It's yelling out for help. Now, this is still a move that gains some tempo. And oh, by the way, there are some ideas here. A couple good ideas. Where do you put this king? King g6 now. And what? Like, as white, I have to move my bishop to make another threat. I'm not threatening that. h4 I would consider. Yeah, he's going to play h4. I totally understand that. However, Jake is putting the king back to safety, and queen check. He can do this, and then he can block with queen f7. Ring around the rosy, and although he's losing the rook, he can take this at the end, and he can flag his opponent. Will he take this hanging piece? Does he see it? Doesn't matter. He's going for the flag regardless. Oh my god, he hung his full queen. The full queen. You are kidding me right now. 11 seconds. That's a check. That's a huge check. Took off 2 seconds right there. Oh my god, and there's checkmate in 1. He doesn't see it. Queen f7 was mate. This is such a huge throw. Such a huge throw. Now, Bob needs to get rid of that pawn. Good discipline. Playing against the bishop should be quite easy. I imagine it's not going to be that easy for Bob to accomplish, but yeah. Nicely done there. And this will be a draw. This will be a draw. Jake gets the flag. 3-2. Very even matchup here. These guys are just trading haymakers. Of course, we've seen some blunders. It's 1100 chess, but overall level in the match, I would say, has been quite high. Obviously, we're going to see some big blunders. We saw literal entire queen hang, but the guys are fighting. And Mr. Bobertio with a phenomenal start here. Jake with a passive bishop d2 and just drops the center pawn. And yeah, too many trades. Oh, he doesn't see it. Queen c8 and the entire house was falling down. What the hell is that move? It's an even bigger blunder. You're joking me right now. Mr. Bobertio. Now, hang on a sec. That's a check, which kind of saves Jake here. b6, it's a double check, but he might retreat the queen. Oh my god, queen e5. Oh no, this is done. That's a double check. He can't even take that. Now, don't miss the backwards knight move. Yeah, he's just going to come right back out. He's got another check. He's windmilling him. Oh yeah, it's completely done. As Omid would say, dirty flag, toe tag, put him in a body bag. Get this man out of here. Oh, this is 100% done. He takes here. I mean, I understand what he's doing. But let's be real here, Jake. But he could have could have gone there. I know what he's doing, though. He's got experience. He's saying, I don't need to waste my time here. That's one of your strongest pieces. I could sack my rook for the knight, and it'll be 100% over. So he's just simplifying. He knows what he's doing. And he's up so much material, it doesn't matter. Yep, a lot of discipline there. Pawn to f3. Oh, he's setting up the checkmate. He was setting something up. I would just sack here. It's not a sack anymore. It's just a good move. Yeah, and you can just keep sacking, like even here. It just doesn't matter. You just need to eliminate your opponent's pieces and pawns. And this is actually mate. I wonder if he'll see it. No, he doesn't see mate. But rook takes knight, I would expect from him. He's got a minute 55, so anything other than a win from Jake here would be extremely disappointing. You want to, in spots like this, you want to eliminate the knight. Like, you want to sack for the knight is generally the rule. Because the knight's a stressful piece to deal with. Okay, I don't agree with that move, but I'm not going to sit here and criticize someone's decision when they're down like 2 rooks and 4 pawns. So, and there's no possible way that this queen ends up stalemating here. There will always be places to move. And he double checked it with that. Let's see, does he have checkmate? I see it in 2 moves. And There it is. In 2 moves, and it's 3-3. Huge. Mr. Bobertio is coming out with the King's Gambit. Is this a tilt move from Mr. Bobertio? Why is he playing the King's Gambit? Now, maybe it's another option that him and Guppy decided they might want to use this match, but why is he going away from this? He's been completely winning every single opening with e4, e5. So I don't understand this decision at all. Why switch an opening that has been crushing every single game? Jake has no answer to it. Guppy says more prep. I mean, look, I believe that he knows the opening. I just don't understand, even if you know the opening, why switch? Because you've been playing something that Jake has been walking into time and time and time again. But hey, he wants a fresh look. He's got it. Jake, by the way, has been handling this beautifully. I like the way that he's played so far. Knight b5. Good stuff. We're going to see this and this. This is a great fight from these two. Bobertio has brought out a new opening for us. Oh, I hate that decision though. You gotta take. That's a non-starter. Are we going to see this? This would be, standard practice. Maybe this one to follow up. But hey, we have a sender. NoRegretZerg wants to keep the queens on the board. He is both a sender and a track star. Knight d5. Undouble the pawns. Thank you very much. It's going to come at the cost of this one, which is why I'm not sure I'm a total fan of it. Holy hell. c4 and then pawn takes d5? No. Someone hand this guy the trophy. I didn't see that move. I think it's a great move. Fuck, that's nice. Bishop a6. My goodness. I think that's the best move in the position. He just won the exchange on f1 thanks to that. Ay, that was beautiful. Now, if I'm Bobertio, I think I'm taking here. Why? Because if I'm down material, I'd like the imbalance of opposite bishops probably, and then I'd try to play in the dark squares. Yeah, it's not much, but it's not much. No, genuinely, that was a really nice sequence, bishop a6. Jake, a very fluid player. Darth, 10 kick. For some energy from Jake there, I think. Holy hell, thanks for the 10 kick subs. Moving up the sub goal ladder for the day. Thanks, Darth. Injecting some energy into this one. I think so, Measy. 10 for that. And oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He swings. He's courtside. You didn't see that one coming. Queen is big, chilling on g3. Oh my goodness, a woman on each arm. Talking about Happy International Women's Day. Look at him, just put the groundwork in. Bishop f6. Knight h6 coming. Holy smokes, Bobertio is absolutely on one. This is incredible. Oh, the guy can just use the rook, the queen. Everyone's making an entrance here. Oi, oi, oi. We were talking about Jake, but Bobertio just flipped the script here. He says, I'll be attacking, thank you very much. And then if he doesn't find anything better, he's already got this. That's more than enough. That is more than enough. Let's see if he looks for better, looks for more. He says, let me take that. Oh my goodness, what a turnaround there. Do you see how Mr. Bobertio was able to generate counterplay bishop to d4, every move intentional, knight h4, knight f5. And while Jake was flailing over here, he was launching an unbelievable attack. I'm very impressed by what I just saw there. Honestly, a little bit from both fighters. Let's see if he has the speed to close this game out. Watch out for this. Very important to keep that defended. Oh, he's shuffling the king back and forth. You should objectively move the queen back to that. He hung it again. Do not trade queens. Take the bishop that's right goddamn beside you. Holy shit, it's right beside you. It's right there. Oh my God. There's no queen f8. He might panic with queen f6. Because you know he's hovering the queen there. Queen f1, what is this move? Queen a6, but wait, he's getting back rank mated. But he has bishop g1 to stop it. He's going for the flag 1 second. Jake, it's 4-3. Incredible. And I absolutely love the cameras. It's like we're on the fucking Maury show. Bobertio is reeling off screen and the auto zoom camera is like, hold on, bitch, I'm coming with you. Do you see the camera work over there? Unbelievable. We're not missing a moment of that rage tilt. We want that all on screen. Mr. Bobertio, you gotta wonder. Guppy, is your boy going off script a little bit here? Why do I ask? I think Bob has lost 2 in a row. Is that not? That is 2 in a row. And the streak here for Bobertio has been loss, draw, draw, loss, loss. It might be time for that timeout, but he elects not to take it. And the guys are still locked in fighting. Knight g5. Look at this. I'm assuming we're going to see h6 or g6. h6 would be the move that makes the most sense. Simply kicking the knight back. Yes, you can play this. Yes, we might see it. It doesn't make a threat. You can play queen f6, for example. Actually, queen f6 is funny. I think we're going to see this. I would not be surprised by this move. Let's wait and see. He plays exactly what I did. And unfortunately, bishop a7 is completely losing, but the strange knight h7 is actually winning here. Bishop h7, oh, that's not going to be the one. And Mr. Bobertio bounces back with a move. Oh no, that's not the attack you wanted. He might be trying to lift the rook, but it's all for nothing. Bob is looking to even things up 4-4. Are either one of these guys going to take a timeout? The important question. Oh yeah, c3, knight c2. f4, looking to take, yeah, I mean, anything goes here. Be careful about knight e2. Careful about knight e2. And at this point, Bobertio has so much time, like they made it here so quickly, that even though Jake's playing on, and he's been actually quite good at putting pressure on Bob on the clock, it won't matter here, unfortunately, because there's so much time still available. So I just don't really see how he's going to, don't really see how he's going to make an impact here. Okay. Starting to make the guy a little nervous. Yeah, pawns are pushing. He's got a few checks. After we see this, really what black should do to keep things simple. By the way, these rooks have been shuffling like crazy. I think he might have mouse slipped that. By the way, if rook here, it's not a draw, but it's damn close. And rook e5, that should do it. Because you have to block with the rook. Very poor conversion, I will say, from Bobertio. Just a bad conversion. There's no other way to say it. Not too impressed, but I think he is going to get it done here as he piles up. Probably rook here, but yeah, this is not going to be good enough. Knight d3 mates. Well, pawns exist. Pawns exist. Okay, this is about as bad of a move as you could play. Just because of king g6. Like, I'm not a fan. This conversion by Bobertio is truly, truly awful. It is so bad. He just blundered the whole rook. This is like from a different planet. Ladies and gentlemen, we might be seeing a generational choke. Rook here. Oh my God, guys. Rook here. That would have won it. Jake would have actually won the game. Fuck, what an opportunity missed. I mean, he's still like got phenomenal chances. But I will say, that was missed for sure. He could have probably won there. Rook c4. Nevertheless, black has no pawns. Bobertio, generational choke here. This is like just wildly unacceptable. This is really bad. Only person with winning chances here is Jake. They might go for a draw here. If I'm Jake, I almost go for the win. Yeah, knight here, maybe king h6. Will he find this? Okay. Hey, the knight's doing some damage. Maybe he's going to recoil back here. Say, maybe I won't take that draw, actually. Here's a way that black can win. Knight d6, panic move. King e7, he thinks he's winning. Rook f7, he's lost. Oh my God, Bobertio, wake up, my friend. Wake up. The moves are in front of you. Oh my goodness. This is looking more and more like a potential flag. Watch out for that. Rook check. Oh my God, he's not playing it. He's going to do this. Can he keep the pawns? This pre-move king c5. Oh my God. The pre-moves are terrible. Oh no, he's queening. How did he do this? What are you doing, Bobertio? Catch the fucking pawn. It's basic. Oh my God, what a choke. So insane. That is, you gotta call fucking timeout after that one. Timeout has been called by Bobertio. 3 minutes on the clock, starting now. Holy hell. Jake has a smile on his face. And you know what that smile is? It's like, yeah, Greg call that timeout. Little pussy. Yeah, that timeout does make sense, doesn't it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, no. Guys, the instant replay, let me give it to you here. First of all, what an entertaining match. This is the instant replay. Unacceptable to lose this game. If you're Mr. Bobertio, it's 5-3, and it should be 4.5 to 3.5. You've caught the pawn. You've done the legwork. Everyone knows these pawns are done. To just only go here is so unacceptable at this stage in the match, at this stage in the competition. You got to be better than that. Jake has been the faster player. We have Bobertio pouring the coffee. I love the auto tracking on Bobertio's camera. He has it set to auto detect movement. So when he's raging over here, the camera follows him over there. When he's pouring coffee over here, it's like, oh shit, let's get the coffee. It really does feel like a documentary. Like there's someone tracking him in the wild. We can see over here that Bobertio yes, he's gone for some hydration there. Yes, we can see in his natural habitat. As Jake has returned. Wow. Bobertio trying to reset the mental. We have been treated with matches tonight. We've certainly seen our fair share of blunders, but Bob should have this within one right now. Jake's going for the old brewski as well. My goodness, the vibes are so different. You got one lad smiling, sipping, pivoting in the chair, and you got the other guy head in his hands. He can't believe what he's done. All right, we're going to bring the players back in just about 10 seconds here. That will be the full 3 minutes. Let's get them back in. And by the way, it is match point for Jake. Jake, Bobertio, that is 3 minutes. Let's get the rematch in and start the next game. Good luck. Here we are. And yes, indeed, Jake with the black pieces can win this thing right now. He can make it 6-3. He can progress further in the loser's bracket. And yeah, that's right. Jake was down 0-2. Turned the 0-2 to the 5-3. F6. Now this is a move, this is unbecoming of Jake here. This is a move that as you become a stronger player, you realize like moves like this early in the opening, if your opening consists of your queen developed and F6 played as black, I guarantee you have a shit opening. Like, I promise you that. So, no good opening exists with those conditions met. This pawn is causing a very weak diagonal. Yes, there's something happening here. The bishop will defend the queen, by the way. But maybe he wants to just get developed? Recapture? That would be smart. This move is okay. Just okay. Okay, yeah. Takes. The question is, do you think he's going to trade queens? I think it might be likely because he just played bishop here. So you're really going to move your bishop again? But what do I think the better move is? I think it's bishop takes. But yeah, as I said, it was more likely he was going to use the queen. I could just tell. Jake now is developing pieces perfectly fine. There's actually nothing wrong with Jake's position except the king. And look, rook d1, it kind of speaks to the king a little bit. Is he going to see bishop f7? That's a tough tactic. As black, you want to play this and get that bishop out. This is looming in the position, missed by Bobertio. And now, this one, there's always this move. I don't know if Bobertio has this one planned. As black, you can try to take and go here. But yeah, h3 would bail him out of that. Whether he sees that or not, he might find it. Bishop d7, that's a good one. I really like that move, actually. Black wants to like develop or even modestly like this. Not a fan of this. Okay. Jake might get fortunate that he's wondering how to develop this. And he might put it here, which defends this. But I'm telling you, if he plays a move like this, we're in serious trouble. Yep. And so this is going to be played. And then I think that Jake, whether he did this intentionally or not, I think he's actually going to be defending the biggest threat in the position. Yes, he is. Whether he meant to or not, at this point, Big Jake, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. He kept it covered. Phenomenal chess right now from Bobertio. He's just like building it up slowly. I like what I'm seeing, but I'm truly not sure how he's going to break through. I have to admit. It looks great. I would honestly maybe consider this. If you don't know what else to do, like, why not? Knight a5. Bishop into the center looks good. Probably even better, but tougher to spot is this. Very tough to spot, though. And it's not going to be played, of course. Yeah, that was actually a winning move by force, but you'd have to appreciate quite difficult to see. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe rook takes d7, black could play king g6. I'd have to look at it again. But the likelihood of black taking there was quite high. Nevertheless, bishop f7 was the move. And now Jake he's breathing again. He's breathing. The knight's going absolutely nowhere here with that move. Bishop here or bishop c7. He's going to keep the bishops. Look at the respect for the bishop pair. King out, rook over. The final steps, 50 seconds apiece for these guys. Jake can win it all right here. He's restricting the knight. I don't care for this move. He might blunder this. Why does that look ever so possible? The king moves, so now there's no temptation to check. King's coming up, rook sliding over. This knight needs to take that pawn, and there it is. There it is. Is he going to finally activate the rook? Yep, but if he moves the king can also encroach. It's all about time here. Jake has made a career flagging Bobertio so far. Rook check, rook block. Let's see, where's this bishop going to go? Got to pick somewhere safe. That covers both. Played. Huge move. Huge decision there. Rook b7, I love it. Absolutely love it. Taking allows this move to happen. I called this earlier. The potential blunder is there. Is he going to spot it? Mr. Bobertio, he's locked in. He finds it. Bishop takes f8, ladies and gentlemen. He needed that. There's 20 seconds, though, and he's got a lot to prove. Resigns is insane. What? I almost don't even believe that. He resigned? Why? Resigns is insane. Huh? That is so... I got nothing to say to that. There's nothing about this match. First of all, you should never do it in a match situation. There's nothing about this match that would convince me, oh, like, Bobertio definitely has that on lock. Not at all. What? These guys have been playing some back and forth games. And by the way, why can't I see the scores here? For some reason, they've just disappeared. It's a nice little visual. Okay, I'm not sure why the scores are gone. Like they're gone. They're not even incorrect. They're just gone. So it's 5-4, I think. Just all very strange, though. I'm not sure where they went. I wonder if they're showing for the players here. So what I was going to say is that Jake went from, potentially having a chance to flag that game. Obviously, he's the underdog, but you got to play it out. To this game where he's blundered already. He's like, it's just big mistakes. So let's see if it all crumbles. Oh, I don't know if I care for that move. He needs to be playing queen takes. Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. Bobertio is not locked in at all. Brother, get some moves going. King probably needs to start vacating the premises. This move, the reason I don't like it is this. Does Bobertio have his wits about him? He doesn't. The level is starting to drop a little bit at the end here. Queen f7. Bobertio is throwing this game completely. You have to do this. It's not a discussion. You've got the two bishops. Jake should objectively take this, but I'm not going to lie. If he wants to play with the queens on the board, that's fine. I just don't see the reason to do that. And if we're being honest, this move is particularly good. Okay, he goes for this. It's fine as well. This is now more of a mistake. Bishop comes back. I like the game from Jake. He's got the bishops. He can win this match right here. Oh, and this could hurt. Oh, this is pain. Oh no, it's going to happen. Yep. He's not missing that one, folks. That is a nasty move. He's got a pass pawn. He's coming in. The rest of the pieces are joining the fray. There's big time threats. Bobertio's on the back foot. He's anchoring in that pawn. The bishop to follow. He can do this one as well. This is all Jake right now. And that one hurts. And that's going to knock Bobertio out. Perhaps of the entire competition, as it's all Jake at the moment. Victory lap. Bring it home. No stalemate. Can he lock in for this checkmate? Yes, he can. Hello, Jake. Hello, Bob.
Hey.
Oh my goodness. What a match. A great match there. It ended just by the slimmest of margins. Easy to take one game, flip the result. Could have told a different story. Jake, how are you feeling, buddy? You started 0-2, so this is actually a very significant comeback.
Well, you know me, I'm a comeback king.
Yep.
Throw pieces away. I like to make it interesting. So this is about expected, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
The Jake fans know that being down early is vintage Jake.
Actually, I play better. You know, I like the pressure.
That's right. You've even been caught saying in previous interviews that you wanted to make it interesting for the fans.
Exactly. I'm making it interesting for the fans. You know how it is.
Okay. And these openings of yours, it just feels like it's whatever the vibe is when you get to the position. You stand by that?
Yep. I have not planned or changed anything from the start to finish. I just play games, you know?
Right.
I play games. I try to retain information and change.
Yep.
But sometimes I don't. You know, sometimes I play the same way every game. You know, I don't learn my lesson, but I think I learned my lesson today.
Yep. You avoided or you stopped playing a few lines that I thought were a little bit dangerous. One of those, Bob, that comes to mind, which I'm assuming is something you prepped, was maybe that fried liver. That was working very well for you. And that was something I was thinking if Jake was going to keep repeating that, like he'd be in serious trouble.
I could only get so lucky. But no, it was good. That was very prepared. That's another AP Shakespeare.
Got it. Bobertio, how was the match for you? It seemed like early energy initiative, but then if I'm thinking about an overarching theme, it was kind of the time. You had a lot of positions where Jake was able to put pressure on you enough that, one that comes to mind is you had 2 rooks and a knight against a rook. You wound up losing that. Not only did all the material disappear, but then in the end, you kind of like misplayed your king and the pawn just walked up the board and queen. So games like that come to mind as points left on the table. But how was the match for you?
It was incredibly brutal. I can't believe how bad I am at finding checkmate. Every day I play this game and I'm reminded of just how bad I am at it. But no, it's that's rough, but at least they were interesting.
They certainly were. They were definitely very entertaining games. Your coach was indicating that you had a little bit of a timeout strategy that may or may not have been followed. At some point, did the match tilt kind of take over?
Yeah, no, I should have taken breaks much earlier. I think at 3-point that should have been a definite timeout,
like 3-3.
But because when you're down to the last 5, there's not a whole lot Guppy can do.
Right.
He just told me to breathe. Is basically because I have been freaking out. Like this is so much worse on the nerves when it's elimination.
Yep. I hear you.
But it's over now.
It is. You can breathe.
I can breathe. I can take all this weird King's Gambit stuff that Guppy taught me, and I can play it on main now. So, hey.
Very excited to see what could happen to the rating.
Yeah, hopefully.
I don't know if you saw ever, Jake, if you're the kind of guy that likes to play with cams up so that you see Bob's cam as well. But my favorite part of the match was that when Bobertio was on max tilt, he moves off cam, but his camera is set to auto detect. So it follows him off cam. It follows the rage, which is I wasn't sure if you caught that as well.
I did not. That's funny though.
So I wish we could enforce that as like every cam tracks like that, because that was low key becoming my favorite part. Every Jake W, we were guaranteed like a Maury episode.
Watson is asking why I resigned. I actually didn't realize the time was that close. After I resigned, I was like, I should have not resigned.
Yeah,
like,
I
did not realize
that was going to be
was
a point to bring up more. If you had lost, then that would be highly disturbing. Like if you lost the match, because Bob had about 20 seconds. You obviously blundered your rook, but there's real chances to flag.
I just thought there was more time. With more time, I did not want to play that out. I did not see if I saw the time, there's no way I would have resigned. I saw it afterwards. And I was like, that was a total mistake. I should not have resigned. But yeah, I actually funny because I don't usually resign. I just wanted to get rid of that game. I wanted it out of my head. So
yeah, fair.
But it was funny. I normally do not resign, so I don't know why I decided to resign that one.
Yep. And you pointed it out, Bobertio. It is bittersweet. It is an elimination match, so it does mean that with the Jake victory, he's pulling even further in this losers bracket. We're losing Bobertio from the event, and it actually means that both players who won today, Eviscerated and yourself, Jake, you've both been in the losers bracket since the very beginning of the losers bracket. So you lost initially. You're down there, and then you're making the long game comeback. So are you feeling good about making a big losers bracket run?
Yeah, you know what I'm feeling good about? I'm feeling good about finishing further than Bam. He took me out,
right.
And somehow I still have a better result at the end. So
yes,
I take that. I do take that. I can lose the tournament now knowing who took me out. I took care of him.
Yeah,
I took care of him.
You didn't even need to do it yourself. You had others take him out.
Exactly.
So Jake, you're moving on. Tomorrow we're hosting Caballo Loco against Merc. So you'll actually play the winner of that, Jake.
Ooh,
so
okay.
I'll let you know once we have a result there, and we can find a time to play that match. But that's your next opponent, either Merc or Caballo Loco.
Oh, my coach is here. Hey, coach, you think we could prepare for like I'm doing well here on my own. I am, but hear me out. We could prepare. We could. We're getting there. We're getting pretty far now.
Open invitation to coach.
Open invitation. We could prepare on this one. We could.
Awaiting the response from the coach. Honestly,
hey, he's here. You know what? I appreciate you. You're here for every match. You show yourself.
That's
so
true.
I appreciate that. There's some,
and there's something to be said about maybe not preparing. It's got you this far.
That's true. But think about it. If I actually prepare,
scary.
Maybe it could be worse or it could be better. We'll see. We don't know.
Yep. Well, as your event, Bob, comes to an end, any reflections? Your chess growth during the event, maybe time spent with Guppy, improvements on and off the board. How you feeling?
I feel good. A lot of time spent with Guppy, new peaks on the alt account. So yeah, just move them over to the main account. And
hell yeah. Any insight? Like what kind of peaks are we talking about?
I'm pulling a complete blank. 13 something. I don't know. That's big for me. I think it was 13. That might be too high. I don't know. My brain's fried liver.
Okay, mid 1300s though. So yeah. Bring it over to main. Push for 14. Yep. A lot of progress to be made, and now a little bit weight off your shoulders because you can finally just play the stuff you've been looking at. No reason not to.
Yes, for sure. This was a lot of fun. This was a great time to try to really seriously study. Have a reason to.
Absolutely. Both very, very enjoyable match. Like thanks for the match here, Jake. You're moving on. I'll let you know who your next opponent is, but for now, enjoy the rest of the night. We saw you already sipping on something there during the match. Yeah, that's right.
Got myself a beer.
The old kokanee. And Bobertio, Jake, guys, thanks for your time in the match. GG's.
Thanks, guys.
Good games.
Bye for now. Moving on is Jake over Bobertio, 6-4. Scores disappeared there randomly at the end, but the streets know it was 5-3, then 5-4, and then 6-4 to conclude. Obviously, we saw a ton of blunders in that. I mean, goes without saying, but that's 1100 chess. Right? You have to expect that. they still had a lot of fantastic moves. Let's not forget, game number 1 might have been one of the most beautiful checkmates we've seen in the event. A lone bishop checkmate against Jake's king. So there were some bright spots there, but the momentum really shifted in the middle of the match, and Jake brought it back.